Sairam, in the last session, we had spoken about the Lingodbhavam which happened over the various years. I was just glancing through my diary and came across this. Being in Swami's presence meant that there would be very, very fantastic moments, and there would also be light moments. Swami never kind of scared us by his profound presence. He would also make it light. Consider this. There was this gentleman by name Mr. Singh, after whom the second hostel in Brindavan is named. He was the person who actually funded this hostel. First hostel, of course, is by Walter Cowan and Mrs. Cowan. So it's called the Walter Cowan Block. And the second hostel is called the Singh Block. And one very strange thing about this gentleman was he would wear, his entire dress would be of one color. He would have a topi, then he would have a safari coat, a pant and socks. And all of them would be in the same color. If it was grey, it would be grey throughout. If it was white, it would be white throughout, and so on. And he used to also have in his hand a book which said Learning Telugu in 30 Days. And I remember him using it at least for a couple of years, even though it said that 30 days you could learn Telugu. And he would try to speak to Swami in Telugu or answer Swami in Telugu. And Swami would purposely, mischievously, in fact, with a smile on his lips, ask him questions in Telugu. And he would try to answer in atrocious Telugu accent. This gentleman had come that day, and Swami was just walking around with us. Swami said, "Yasan Singh, देखो हमारा बॉयस बोलता है यशन सिंह जांगरी नहीं लेता है." He was very excited and he said, "Swami, permission देगा तो लेके आऊँगा Swami." कभी, Swami asked. When? आज ही Swami, today itself I'll get. आज एग्ज़ाम है, बॉयज़ अच्छा नहीं खाता, कल लेके आओ, Swami said. Then, after a brief pause, Swami said, "जांगरी alone क्या प्रयोजन, समोसा भी ले सकता है, लेके आ सकता है." Is it okay? Mr. Singh was so ecstatic, and to a question from Swami as to what he wanted, Mr. Singh said, "Only your feet, Swami. I have seen enough of the world." Actually, he was the owner of a very famous chain of hotels which had branches all over the world. And there was one occasion which I heard, which was before I joined Brindavan, in the earlier summer course. It seems one day he just arrived from London, and as soon as Swami saw him, Swami called him to the stage and said, "Tell these people about your experience." Actually, what had happened that very morning, he had left his house and to go to his hotel, and within a few minutes, about 5 to 7 minutes, there was a car accident, and his car had become pulp. Absolutely, it was. It had just got crushed, and he found himself next to the car, safe on a piece of lawn. And he was very stunned. And in fact, immediately all the police, traffic police and all came there, and they asked him, "Where is the driver of this car?" And he said, "I am the driver." Nobody would believe. It was such a terrible accident and nothing had happened to him. And he says, he just closed his eyes and thanked Swami and looked at the ring Swami had given him. Swami had materialized a ring and given him, and that ring was crushed. And he realized that Swami had taken upon himself the impact of the accident. So from there he went back to his house. As I mentioned, it was just about 5 to 7 minutes. By the time he went there was a telegram waiting for him, in which Swami said, I am always with, in and around you, Baba. And so he took the next earliest flight and came to Brindavan. And when he landed there, summer course was going on. And Swami was on the stage, and the moment Swami spotted him, Swami called him to the stage and asked him to speak. So this was that gentleman. So he said, I have seen enough of this world, Swami. I want only your feet. And he also had a very famous bhajan song which he sang. Tere Shiva Prabhu koi nahi hai, tujhko mera pranam. This was the song that he would always sing. Of course, he would sing with a very hoarse voice and with so much dedication. And Swami would stand there mischievously smiling and listening to all that. And then Swami would say, Kya gata hai? Swami will ask. Is this singing? He will ask. So this is what happened on that particular day. Of course, my next diary entry goes to 20th of May 1979. One very interesting thing which happened that year was Swami had taken a group of senior students to Ooty. And actually, Swami's life is so beautiful. He has examples of how one should be in various roles. As an administrator, how do you handle an organization? As a teacher, as a guru, how do you teach your pupils? Every single role, as a mother, as a father, as a friend, as a beloved, in all the roles, Swami was perfect. That time, as they were traveling in the car, Swami looked at these young students who were with him and just asked them, hey, this time we should do something different in summer course. What shall we do? And they were very excited. They had so many ideas. And seeing Swami's enthusiasm, they came forward with this idea. They said, Swami, every summer course, in those days, summer courses used to be for 30 days. And there would be lectures throughout the day. And there would be about 4 to 5 lectures from others. And then there would be a lecture by Swami. Every single day, Swami would speak. So they said, Swami, the most important part of the summer course for all the participants, 1,000 of them would come from all over the country. The most important part of the summer course is Swami's discourse. And Swami speaks with the speed as Dr. Bhagawan keeps translating. And it is so fascinating to watch Swami that we forget writing. And if we are writing, we miss seeing Swami. So we are not able to take the notes completely as Swami is speaking, Swami. And by the time the summer course books are out, it is almost like Dasara. It takes about 4 months or 5 months, or birthday or Shankaranti. It takes a lot of time for the books to come out. So it would be wonderful if on the last day of the summer course, every student is given a copy of a book containing Swami's discourses. Then Swami asked, do you think it is possible to make this? They said, yes, Swami, definitely we can do it. Swami, you just give the go ahead and we will do it. And of course, Swami was very, very excited about it. He said, yes, come on, go ahead. Whatever help you want, ask me. I will be with you in this. And so, right from day one, that particular year, the theme of the discourse was Bhagavad Gita. In the year 1979, this was Bhagavad Gita. And every day, as Swami finished his discourse, Swami would generally, from about 5, the program would start, 5 to 6:30 to the end. At 6:30 to the end, there would be a set of boys who would be waiting. As soon as Swami's discourse was over, they would take the recording and they would write a handwritten script in Telugu. And then another set of boys would have just finished dinner and come, would translate that into English. And then there would be a set of boys who would go to the Raj Brindavan press, which was in Brindavan, and get that page printed. So by 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock the next morning, Swami's discourse the previous evening was ready. And therefore on the last day, when Swami was giving the certificates, I remember Swami was so very, very happy because the book was ready. It was printed till the previous evening. Not the previous evening, one day before that, because the discourse had to be, everything was collated, then sent for binding. And the book was ready that morning as Swami gave the certificates, and Swami was very, very happy about it. And if you go to the summer course discourses, those discourses, even to this day, one of the best translation of all Swami's discourses during the summer course is in that particular year summer course. Okay, so this was what was to happen that day. And this was on the 19th of May 1979. Another very interesting thing I wanted to mention was summer courses were always held in Brindavan, and it would be during the month of May. Swami chose the 19th of May for the summer courses. One day, very casually, while talking to us, Swami mentioned, why I chose this 19? Because it was around this time that, when I was 14-year-old boy in 1940, that they took me to the exorcist and he shaved my head and he put those cross marks. He kind of carved it on my skull and poured acid and all that. It happened around that time. So, of course, we know that on the 23rd of May, Swami declared his identity as Sai Baba. That was the time Swami, for the first time, told his family and the neighbors who he truly was. Till that time, they thought that he had some mental derangement or maybe he was possessed, and they were trying to give him all kinds of treatment. And on that day, he declared his identity. Of course, it was on the 20th of October that year that he cut all ties only with his family, in the sense, not that he cut ties. In fact, he expanded his family from that of his near blood relatives to the entire world. He considered the entire world to be his family. And on 20th of October, he refused to be shackled by the normal relationships of father, mother, brother, sister, and so on. And he became close to everyone in the world. We'll stop with this for today and continue in the next session. Sai Ram.